The Straw King, Chapter 8. The Scarecrow was eager to meet this mysterious, powerful Lulu. Would she be wise like him? Or a fierce warrior? Perhaps she'd even be both. He twiddled his gloved thumbs impatiently as the sun sank below the treetops and the first stars drifted from the sky. "Get your dirty paws off me, you stinkin' rabbit!" bellowed a hoarse voice from the shadows. The Scarecrow sat up bolt right. A small, hunched figure was trundling toward him, wearing some kind of enormous cloak, and slapping furiously at the exasperated Cornelius. "I could find the damn lion by his smell," it added crossly, stepping into the light. "Oh no," the Scarecrow groaned. Things had just gone from bad to worse. Lulu was a winged monkey, and the Scarecrow hated winged monkeys. During his travel with Dorothy, the Wicked Witch of the West had used the golden cap to command them to destroy the Scarecrow and the Woodman and capture the lion. The monkey had torn him to pieces, and the Winkies had to put him together again. Dorothy had taken the cap when she defeated the Wicked Witch, and the winged monkeys had carried them to the Emerald City, but he'd never entirely forgotten what they'd done to him first. The king of the winged monkeys had been a huge beast, powerfully built and regal, but Lulu was neither large nor frightening, and she certainly didn't look like royalty. She was a young, wiry monkey whose wings had not reached their full growth, and she was wearing a miniskirt and a leather biker jacket studded with garish fake rubies, with 2 holes cut in the back to accommodate her wings. A pair of sunglasses were perched on her stub nose, and she carried a candy cigarette in a long holder, which she waved around when she talked. "So you sent for me, your majesty?" she drawled, leaning against the lion's platform. "Lulu is one of the cleverest beasts in my kingdom," the lion explained to the Scarecrow while Lulu preened. "She'll be able to help us figure out what to do about—" "You want me to dump that Ginger bitch, am I right?" Lulu said, briskly snapping her fingers. "Send her packing? Make all those girls with guns look for her at the bottom of the river?" The Scarecrow was not impressed, and he was irritated the lion had summoned this bizarre creature without so much as consulting him. "I don't have any problem finding a way to oust the usurper myself, if you don't mind," he said coolly. Lulu laughed out loud. "Right, like you've been doing such a great job of that so far. Listen, Sonny, there's a reason the big boy over here called on me." She puffed up her chest. "I'm the smartest thing in Oz, and today, your lucky day, I'm willing to help you get Ginger out of the palace. Of course, if you don't mind me saying, I think the real question here is who ought to replace her." "What do you mean?" sputtered the Scarecrow. "I think the cards are clear. You're not fit to rule, or else you'd still be ruling. Me, on the other hand—" She tapped her lapels. "I'm the one you want running the show." "Lulu, that's enough," the lion said, clearly amused by the monkey's brazeness. "I summoned you here to help us plan our attack, not belittle the Scarecrow's abilities." Lulu shrugged. "It's worth a try. No hard feelings?" She looked at the Scarecrow expectantly. The Scarecrow mumbled a reply, but inside he was seething. "Then it's time to get down to business," Lulu said, miming rolling up her sleeves. "The obvious plan is to attack immediately, but we need to use stealth if we're going to win. Word on the street is she's got bigger numbers, but her soldiers still probably be sitting around on their heinies twiddling their thumbs, now that they've taken the palace. If we surprise them, we stand a chance, but I'm picturing casualties." "Exactly my point," the Scarecrow began, "which is why I don't think—" The lion spoke over him, as if he hadn't even opened his mouth. "My thoughts exactly, Lulu," he said. He leapt down from his platform and sketched a map of the surrounding area in the dirt with one claw. "We have too much ground to traverse if we want to sneak up on the Emerald City," he pointed out. "Ginger's soldiers will see us coming a mile away." "Not if we fly," Lulu said triumphantly. "The rest of the monkeys will be happy to help. I'm sure of it. We're dying for something to do. We'll land just outside the Emerald City and sneak in." Her expression turned serious. "All reports are that Ginger is ruthless. The few people who've escaped from the palace don't have pretty stories to tell. We'll have to be prepared." "But I don't want—" the Scarecrow said, and again the lion interrupted him. "My people will fight," he vowed. "Oz has never had a tyrant on the throne, and we won't start now. When Ginger is taken down, we can discuss who should replace her." At that, the Scarecrow made a noise of outrage, and both the Lulu and the Lion finally stopped talking as if they just had noticed he was here. "I will place Ginger when she is defeated," he snapped, "and we certainly won't be attacking the palace directly. She'll see us flying in from a mile away. A better solution would be to—" Lulu sighed loudly, cutting him off. "Listen, sport," she said. "You had your chance and you blew it. Now it's time to stand aside and let people who can handle the job take over." The Scarecrow was mad at Lulu, but even madder at himself. While he was trying to think of a plan and remember what he'd read, Lulu had raced ahead of him and presented her own. The Scarecrow wanted nothing more than to protest again, but he realized he was outnumbered. The Lion's subjects wouldn't be likely to side with him, and if the Winged Monkeys were anything like he'd remembered, they'd hardly back him up either. He had no chance but to go along with Lulu and the Lion's suicidal plan until he had the opportunity to act, and to think of something else. If he didn't use the wizard's gift to find a better answer, all of Oz would be plunged into a war, and he would rather die than see that happen.